Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And they can't bring him down.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
ETN once more.
Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays. And what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 48 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Once more, ETN.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
This offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
11.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The Jags get to him as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your 1st sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 mighty.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Wow.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll send Kirk in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. 53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown.
And mentioned it already, on the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And it's good, and they after the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. How about this? He's to the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Bijan Robinson with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Off the option, here's ETN. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First and 10, it's ETN.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Miles Murphy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
On the return is Williams. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12. 12, 12, 12.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And his throw here's incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Burrow on play action. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamison Williams, 61 yards. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Here we go.
Now ETN to start the drive. And fights through one man. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On play action, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll run with ETN. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On 1st down, right back to ETN. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down and 8. Another tote for ETN. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Williams to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11 empty, 11 empty.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
12, 12, 12.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
11.
Burrow will throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
On 1, ready? 12.
They go play action with Burrow. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other eyes.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, certainly.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. 11. Dot.
They'll run with Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. McPherson now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On the draw, here's Lawrence. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we could easily read his mind there. There was just no place to go. Tried to bounce it and get outside on the draw.
Yeah, but the defense wasn't thinking pass. They knew that they were running.
And I love the way that they covered all the gaps. You know, we can do all the lettering and the numbering and all those things, but those run fits that we talk about all the time, each person fitting in the proper spot on defense, you see the end result when they do that.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now, instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here we go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Burrow looking to pass. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence. And this throw will be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
Here we go.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over about 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Robinson with another carry. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Now Burrow. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
12, 12, 12.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 8. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
11, 11.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
They juked him. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Here we go. Here we go. 11, 11.
Robinson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And now out come the Jags.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Woo! That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
There he goes left side.
There he goes again.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the 4th quarter still to come. We're in the 3rd. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's complete to Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
On 2.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11 mighty.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. A short throw to Musgrave. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now Burrow on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. What good hands there defensively at second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
11.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
11.
Play action. It's Burrow. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown Bengals. Jameson Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
His throw here into the hands of Jones.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Lawrence to throw.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
12.
Now Burrow.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
He was brought down by Foyesade Oluwakin.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Burrow on play action. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, Not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season. And congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly had the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, where we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars.
Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:54 on the clock. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Into the hands of Ingram.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. From the gun, it's Lawrence. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. They go play action now. Lawrence. That is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
13,
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
11. Here we go.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
Here we go.
As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
11, mighty.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
11, mighty. 12. 11 MT. Stop.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So the record safely in his pocket. Now it's a question of how high can he go. He's just become the first ever, Charles, to score 30 times in a single season.
Well, let's certainly savor this moment. The first time ever, as you just noted, that someone has hit 30. What a ride this has been.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And the Jags are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A final shot now for Lawrence.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown.